Okay, I did a second rinse off camera and allowed this to settle again overnight. So it's been 2 days since I had my hands on this material. Now what I'm going to do is siphon the liquid off of here into a waste bucket. I've got a filter set up here. Now what we'll do is hopefully those 2 rinses was enough to get all of the acid off of our solution. I'm going to try to filter this out now and collect the solids in this filter. It's our black powder. It's looking pretty good. I think this is going to work. For those last few clips, I had everything turned on, but I forgot to install the cable between the device and the phone, so that's why you didn't hear me. I was trying to talk real low so as not to overpower the microphone. I think I've got it fixed. I've got my Franken oven out here heating up. Oh yeah, it's hot. What this is a an oven that I got at the thrift store for $5. And up here, I bypassed the thermostatic device in there, so that now the oven should heat up to about 800 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I don't know if you heard it. In one of my previous shots, I said that the looks like there's a ton of material in here, but when we get it refined, I think you're going to find there's only going to be about maybe 2 grams of pure gold from this much gold-plated scrap. Okay, here we go. We're going to get the last little bit down into the filter here, if I got room. And then once all this gets pulled through that filter, we'll put it into a melt dish and then add it to the Franken oven and incinerate this material before we try to dissolve it. Okay, we've got all the liquid pulled through those solids. There's a little bit of a few pieces left in the bottom here. Some stones and a piece of gold-plated material that fell off into the cell. That's all waste. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our material in this melt dish. Just stick it down in there. Alright, there we go. Alright, next step is to take our material out here to our preheating Franken oven. I'm doing this outside because I expect some smoke to come from this burning reaction here. And we're just going to stick this in here. Oh yeah, it's hot. And let this cook. This is my silver cell, been running now for about 2 days. If you look down in here, you'll see that we've got some silver crystal growing down in there. It's what we like to see. If you look up here in the anode basket, you'll see that most of the impure silver shot in the anode basket has been dissolved. So I'm going to refill the anode basket. Cover up this opening first. I'll take the anode bar out, the electrode bar, and just set it on the top there. And now what we'll do is just scoop some more of the silver in here, fill it back up. The anode bar back on here, and we're back in operation with the electrolytic silver cell. Folks were asking, where do I get the impure silver shot for the anode basket? That's comes from sterling silver flatware and other 925 silver jewelry stuff that we get at yard sales. So now we'll just let this thing sit and crank out some more pure silver crystal for us. Okay, I think we've got this pretty much incinerated. It's been in the oven now for about 45 minutes. Oh yeah, look at that. It's nothing but sintered ash here. That's exactly how we want this to look. That's perfect. Can here. Make sure it's all burned up. Everything's turning red. That's what we want to see. Try not to blow it out of the dish. I think we're pretty much incinerated now. I'm going to go to the next step. Alright, now we're going to take it in and let it cool off. And we'll get this into a beaker. All right, I'm going to transfer our incinerated material into this 600 ml beaker. I'm going to add a stir bar here. And we're going to put some hydrochloric acid in here on the material. About 100 milliliters or so. Alright, I'm going to try to break up these chunks a little bit. Right now we got some hydrochloric acid in there with it. Get a little bit on this test strip here, piece of filter paper. Now what we're going to do is test this, see if we got any gold going in the solution. I do see just a touch of a reaction there. Not much. Turn some heat on. Get our solution heating up. And now I'm going to add some bleach. Just regular old household bleach that you get from the grocery store. 6% sodium hypochlorite. Add a splash in, see what happens here. I just added a splash of bleach. I'm going to reach in here and get a little bit more on another piece of filter paper and see See if we got any gold going in solution yet. Ooh, look at that. Right off the bat, I just added that bleach just not more than 60 seconds ago. And we're already putting gold in solution. All right, I'm gonna add some more bleach here. But instead of pouring it in, I'm gonna get it up in a pipette here and add it this way. A lot less messy. I'm seeing a little bit of fume production in here. So we're definitely getting a reaction here with the hydrochloric acid and bleach, putting the gold in solution. Solution's been on here now about 15 minutes. It's boiling and it's looking real good. It's looking yellow color like we see when we get gold going in solution. I'm adding a few more drops of bleach here just to make sure I've got everything in solution. Okay, I think we've got everything to go in solution now. If you look under there, I see some sediment, but I don't think it's going to be gold. It's some kind of brown looking material, probably just dirt. So I think what we'll do now is turn the heat off. All right, I'm going to add one more squirt of bleach just for good measure, just to make sure that we've got everything, all the gold, to go in solution. I'm going to turn the stir bar off now. We'll let this cool down. All right, let me get another piece of filter paper here. We're going to reach down and get us a sample out of there. And see what we got here. Oh yeah, a nice black stain. Here's the previous test. So we got gold in solution. Now the next thing you do is let it cool off, filter it. We'll precipitate the pure gold with stump out. I've allowed the solution to cool. Now what we're going to do, I've got a filter flask set up here. And we're going to go ahead and filter the solution. I've got a specially prepared filter paper here that rises up the edge of the funnel. And what that'll do for me is that'll capture any of the solids so that nothing goes down past the filter and gets in the funnel. And now we'll go ahead and pour in our solution. This magnet out of here. It's got a magnet in a bag there. Pull the magnetic stir bar up out of there. Okay, this looks like it went pretty well. Get all this junk in here into the filter. I'll save those solids, put this in my paper storage. Just going to set it out of the transfer this solution into a clean beaker and go for precipitation. Precipitation with stump out. This is from Ace Hardware. It's a stump remover by Bonide. Just remember the green and purple container. The stuff from Spectracide won't work. Alright, we're going to add some spoons of stump out now to our gold solution of Precipitating pure gold. Here we go. Got it. Okay, sorry about that. Last couple of clips. You can barely hear me because I didn't have a setting on here set correctly. Now we're going to stick some filter paper in here. Get a little bit of solution on the end of here. Test it with stannous. Make sure we got all of the gold out of solution. As you can see by that stannous test, there's no precious metals in solution. And capture our pure gold powder in the filter. So we're filtering out the good gold metal here, capturing it in the filter paper. The solution will be a waste solution. Here we go. There's our gold powder down in the bottom of the beaker. Not much, looks like less than 1 gram. Okay, we're almost done here. The filter's got like nothing in it. It'll just go in my paper storage. And what I'm going to do now is rinse the gold off in our beaker. Boy, that's a pitiful amount right there. What a disappointment. All that work, all that time spent deplating that gold-plated scrap. That's going to be like less than 1 gram. I'm not even going to bother to re-refine it. I'm just going to melt this up into a bead so we can get a yield. And throw it in with my next batch of carat scrap and re-refine it then. Giving it a couple rinses with distilled water here. Get some of that acid off of there. is our pure gold. Man, it looks skimpy. That's going to be less than a gram. Squirt bottle and get the gold powder down into this melt dish. We'll melt it up into a little bead so we can see what our yield is. I'll take it over here to the melt table, melt it up into a little bead. Boy, what a little bitty piece of gold from all that gold-plated material. Not very much at all. Let's go in and get it weighed up, see what our yield's going to be. Okay, here's our tiny gold bead. Get it up on the scale. We've got 0.4 grams. If you look over here, 0.4 grams divided by 5,679 grams equals 0.00007 or 7/10 of 1% yield for the gold-plated scrap. Okay, you've seen it. We pride ourselves on publishing the truth. We got 0.4 grams of pure gold from 12.5 pounds of gold-plated scrap. That'll conclude the series. Thanks for watching.